Hello, children. So today's lecture is that we are starting a new chapter. Mm, that is chapter number 3 in geography. So as you can see on the screen. So in the last lecture, in the last class, we have completed chapter number 2. So the textbook question answers as well as the worksheet that I will provide you. Okay, that you don't need to worry. Okay, that I will worry. Okay, you don't need to worry. I'll provide you. Okay, so don't be worried about that you have not received and all like that. Okay, yeah, so I hope that in last class you have understood about the latitudes, longitudes. You've seen about what is a globe. Okay, that it is a miniature structure for our earth. Also we have discussed about the what is ISD, Indian Standard Time, what is Indian Standard Meridian, what is an equator, how then what is prime meridian, where it is, what are called prime meridian, what are called latitudes, what are called longitudes, where is north pole, then where is south pole. These things we have understood in the previous lecture. So in this, today we are going to start, that is chapter number 3, that we are going to discuss little more about the earth, our planet. So how this motions of the earth, we are going to learn about the motions of the earth. How does it run? How the earth's motion is going on? How the earth's motion is going on in the solar system. So that is what we are going to learn in this chapter. So let's get started. So children, as you can see today's topic, so there are two types of motion for the earth. That is, one is rotation, one is revolution. As we know that there are the types of earth has two types of motion. Okay, so rotation is the movement of the earth on its own axis. As you can see on the screen, I am pointing out the mouse. See here, the arrow. See, this is a rotation takes place here. So this is kind of an imaginary axis. Okay, so here the earth rotates on one place only. It just rounds and rounds, means it just performs the rotation on this on axis, movement on its own axis. And revolution means, see, as you can see in the figure here, the second figure is here. See, this is sun and this is earth. So it takes a whole round, it just takes a round of the sun. It circles around the sun, earth. By this, now earth is here. Okay, so this way it goes like this and this and this, and it just takes the round around the sun, or takes the circle around, it circles around the sun, which is known as a revolution. And rotation means, along with this revolution, first of all, it is rotating here also. The earth is rotating. Along with that rotation, it also revolves around the sun. So this two actions is going on at a time. Okay, so this is what rotation and revolution means. See, as you can see in the figure, see, this is what it rotates on its own axis, the first figure. This is the second figure, that is revolution. It revolves around the sun. Because now it is here, then it will go, and it will just from the other side of the sun, it just comes again here, then it just keeps on revolving around the sun like this. Okay, yeah, this is what rotation and revolution means. So today's topic is rotation. So we are going to learn in deep about what rotation is. So as you know, the rotation means it is a movement of earth on its own axis, as right now we have seen. Okay, so uh, something new today we'll learn about is that what is orbital plane. Okay, it means that the plane formed by the orbit. See, as you can see in the figure, as yeah, it is rotating. Yeah, so as this revolves around the sun, okay, on its the revolution is taking place on its orbit, and the rotation is taking place on its axis. That is the difference. Rotation takes place on its own axis, and revolution takes place on its orbit. Means it has a path. It has a way, which it means it will not go out of that way. It will not go out of that. Uh, what we can say on it will not go out of that orbit. It will travel along the path itself, its path itself. It will not go get out of that way. No, never. Okay. Yeah, so the orbital plane means, see, as it takes the entire revolution, so in that revolution, the inner space that is between the earth and the sun, okay, see here, as you cover this inner space alongside that revolution that it does. So the in that revolution, the space between that sun and the earth, in between the space is there now, that entire space is known as orbital plane. So the plane formed by the orbit. Now what is axis? As you know, axis is the imaginary line that forms the angle of 66.5 degree with the orbital plane. So as you know, as we have seen, that this is axis. Okay, that it is an imaginary line. So Earth is little tilted like. Okay, so it is like it's on axis. It just rotates. Okay, and it is an imaginary line. Axis is an imaginary line, and the angle of that Earth that it stays means it is little slanted. Means how many degree it is slanted? That is 66.5 degrees with the orbital plane. Okay. And the ancient Indian astronomer, whose name was Aryabhatta, had stated that the earth is round, okay, obviously, and it rotates on its own axis. So he is the first person, so that you have to underline in the textbook also. It is given. Okay, we can see in the textbook uh, where it is given. I Yeah, the portion in your page number textbook, you can take page number 18. Okay, there you can see the first paragraph on page number 18. Sorry, the second paragraph. And the plane orbit is known as the orbital plane. Earth receives light from the sun. So due to the spherical shape, as the Earth has the spherical shape, just you take a note of that. Just remember this: that Aryabhatta was the first ancient Indian astronomer. I think in the textbook it is not given, but you can just get an idea. You just take a note of this. Yeah. Okay. That ancient Indian astronomer Aryabhatta was the first person who stated that, who said that, or who came to know that Earth is round and it rotates on its own axis. And as you can see here, this line, okay, this slanted, this one. This slanted line is the axis of the earth. Okay, and this is the equator. So the degree, or the degree of from equator to that to its axis, that is 66 and half, 66 degree and 30 minutes degrees of the orbital plane. So this is what the degree of that axis of the earth from axis to that equator is. This is the plane of the orbit. It is this pink slab, as you can see, pink glass. That is a what orbital plane. And let's see about what is the circle of illumination means. So we know that earth receives light from the sun. Okay, so still we are discussing on that page number 18 only. Okay, so the earth receives the light from the sun, and the second paragraph we are right now discussing on page number 18, the second paragraph. Okay, that is what we are discussing on the screen right now. Yeah. So we know the earth receives light from the sun, we all know that. And the earth is spherical in shape, means the earth is not the exact round, but it is sphere. Okay, it is spherical in shape. Okay. And what are the effects of the circular of illumination? That is, because of the earth's spherical shape, only the half of it gets light from the sun, okay, at a time. And the portion facing the sun is sun experiences day, and the other opposite side of that portion facing away from that sun, that experiences night. So this is how day and night occurs. So the circle that divides the day, okay, from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. What is circle of illumination? The circle that divides the day and a day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. So this circle does not coincide with the Earth's axis. So now, what do you mean by coincide? What is the meaning of coincide? Yeah, the meaning of coincide is that uh, it is, means we can say if we say uh, used about coincide. So the circle does not coincide with the Earth's axis. It is used about the means as this event is going on, the Earth has been rotating. Okay, so coincide. So that circle, okay, does not coincide with the Earth's axis means uh, at the same time during the rotation the circle does not coincide, means at the same time it is not happening while it is rotating on its axis. The circle of illumination is not happening. Okay. See, as you can see, as I have told on this point in page number, sorry, in this screen, that is second and third point, it is clearly we can understand by this two figure. See, the one portion, the portion that experiences the sunlight, okay, the one side, okay, the left side, that is day, and the opposite side of that, the other side of the other part of the earth that does not experience sunlight is called as night. So this is how day and night occurs. Okay, so right now, as last night as you had night, means that we were, this India was this side or at the other opposite side of this earth. Okay, so this is that is why it was night yesterday. So now today it is, as it is a day. That means today, right now, we are facing the sun. That's why we are experiencing right now the day. Okay. So now this portion, the circle of illumination, means this half-sided portion. This is known as circle of illumination. Okay. Yeah. Now let's have a look on, or let's study about what is Earth Day. So as we all know, the Earth takes, we all know that, as we all know that the Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. So around its axis means, as you can see, as we have seen already, the figure, as we have seen already here, that, see, as we have already seen that, see, on its this axis it is rotating, right? Okay. So in this rotation, it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation on its axis. See, in this rotating this axis, it takes 24 hours to complete its one rotation. 24 hours means one day it takes to rotate. See, suppose India is here, so it just rotates and rotates and rotates, and then again it comes here only. Means for that rotation on this axis, this earth takes one day, that is 24 hours. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So 24 hours to complete one rotation around its own axis. And this period of rotation, that is 24 hours, is known as which day? Earth day. So completing one rotation of the Earth, that day is known as Earth day. So and it denotes the daily motion of the Earth. Means what does it say? It means that we can understand that it is the motion of the Earth is moving, or it is the motion of the Earth. Now let's see what are the importance of rotation, why this rotation takes place. So what if we think that if Earth does not rotate, then what will happen? Okay, if we want to learn something, means if we consider, then we have to consider that it is not happening, then only we can. If it will not happen, means what will, if suppose if Earth is rotating, so if we think that if it will not rotate, means what will happen. So if we think the negative side of that, then we can learn that why it is important. So why rotation is important can be known when we think that what happens if rotation does not happen. Okay, so what would happen if the Earth did not rotate? So if the Earth will not rotate, then what happens is that the portion of the Earth facing the sun, it would always experience day, and this would bring continuous warmth to this region. Means there, as we have seen in the figure here. See, and if it will not rotate like this, if it will not rotate in its axis, then what will happen? The as this side is facing day, then what will happen? If it will not rotate, it will be stable like this as in the figure. Then what will happen? This side will always, every day, here will be every day, here will be every night. Means the day will be continuous in this side, and in this side will experience continuous night, and this side will experience continuous day. So if this rotation will not happen, means this day will be here continuous and here night will be continuous. Okay, so this is what we say, that rotation is very important. So that is what importance of rotation. And the portion of Earth facing away from sun, as we have said, that will remain darkness, means that will experience night only. And life would not have been possible in such extreme conditions. So if such a way, if Earth stops rotating, means this is what we will experience. So right now it is day, means we will always experience day only. Okay, if it will stop rotating, if Earth will stop rotating, means day and night will not occur. It will be stable, means the place where night is, that will remain always night, and the day, the place where there is day, it will remain always day there. So this is what rotation is. This is what we say, that rotation is very important for the Earth. Okay, yeah. So this is what. Therefore, the days and nights are caused by the Earth's rotation. So that you keep in mind. Okay, memorize this. As we are experiencing day and night, why? Only because of, it means that Earth is rotating. So we can believe that. Yeah, believe means that is true. It is a fact thing. Because without, if Earth will stop rotating, means we will not experience. If we are right now having day, means we will experience day only. We will never experience night. Means if Earth stops rotating, then. But if, but there is no chance that Earth will stop rotating. It will just go on and go on for many years. Don't know still up to how many years this will keep on rotating and rotating. Okay, we all never know that up to where, which day will this Earth will exist. That also we don't know. It is all up to God. Yeah. So this is what, how the days and nights are caused by the Earth's rotation. Uh, that's all for today. I hope that you understood today's chapter. Okay, means today's section for the first part of this chapter. Now you have to read this entire portion. Okay, just read it along. As you can see in the figure, up to this first page, you have to first page, entire page, you have to read it properly. First and the second page up to yeah, the second page up to page number 19 also you have to read that first paragraph. That do you know? Yeah, and beside of that, two paragraphs are given, right? What would happen if the Earth did not rotate? Yeah, so that entire portion you have to Read up to means you have to read. In short, you have to read page number 18 and 19. As in 19, you have to read that first paragraph, what would happen if the earth did not rotate. That up to that portion you have to read completely. Read the textbook properly, follow my video, and as when I give the question answers, you have to write down, complete the notes, and study well. Okay, that's all for today's this part. This part is ended. Now next part will continue the second part of this chapter. Okay, okay, take care.